You know that feeling, right? You've got the perfect plan. I mean, every detail is sorted, every single step makes sense. And then you watch it completely fall apart for like no good reason. You did everything right, you said all the right things, but something just felt off. It's so frustrating, and it makes you wonder, what is this invisible force that seems to be sabotaging my best efforts?
Well, what if that invisible force isn't just random luck? What if it's something that we are creating and projecting every single moment of the day? Over 100 years ago, a writer named Ernest Holmes called this your mental atmosphere or your inner climate. And it's basically this unspoken energy field that's all around you. According to him, it is the single biggest factor in what you attract or what you repel in your life.
So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to take this really powerful, century-old idea and just break it down. We'll start by defining what this invisible influence actually is. Then we'll look at the four sources that create it. After that, we'll get practical and see how it shows up in the real world with three super clear examples. And then I'm even going to walk you through a simple 2-minute tool to reset your own atmosphere right here, right now. Okay, let's dive in. This whole explainer is really about translating the big ideas from Holmes' book, Creative Mind and Success, into a practical framework that you can actually start using today. Think of it as a clear, modern look at a tool that could seriously change how you approach, well, pretty much everything. All right, first things first. What in the world is this mental atmosphere? Let's get a really solid, clear definition. Now, this isn't some kind of magic. The best way to think of it is like your own personal emotional broadcast. It's the sum total, the direct result of what's going on inside you. Every thought you have, every feeling, every deep down belief you hold, it all contributes to this field. It's the silent signal you are constantly sending out to the world around you. You know what I'm talking about. It's that vibe you get from someone before they even say a word. Like, you meet someone and you just instantly feel uplifted, energized, like you can take on the world. And then with other people, you might feel kind of drained or heavy. That's their atmosphere at work. And guess what? You have one too. And here's the core principle of how this whole thing works. Like attracts like. As Holmes saw it, your atmosphere literally determines what gets drawn to you. So an atmosphere of confidence and success and strength, well, it's going to naturally attract opportunities and people who resonate with that. On the flip side, an atmosphere of doubt or dread, it just as naturally pushes those things away. It's simple, really. We attract what we are in our own mind. Holmes actually used a famous quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson to really drive this point home. And it hits the nail on the head. Your words might be saying, oh yeah, I'm confident. But if your inner atmosphere is screaming, I am absolutely terrified, that's what people are going to feel. Your unspoken, energetic communication, it's always, always louder. Okay, so if this atmosphere is so important, where does it even come from? Well, here's the good news. It is not random at all. It's built from four really specific and, more importantly, controllable things. Let's break these down. First up, your persistent thoughts. These are the thoughts you return to again and again. They're basically the background music of your mind, and they color everything. Second, your spoken words. Words aren't just sounds, They're declarations. They give a solid form to your thoughts and define your reality. Third, your daily actions. Your actions are like a constant feedback loop. Every single time you act in a way that matches the atmosphere you want, you send a powerful message to your subconscious that, hey, this is who I am. And finally, number 4, your core beliefs. These are the big ones, the deep, often unconscious assumptions you have about yourself and the world. They are the very foundation, the operating system running the whole show. Put them all together, and that's what creates your unique atmosphere. Okay, that's the theory. But let's make this real. How does this actually play out in everyday life? Let's look at how this shows up in our work, our relationships, and even our personal habits. So picture this. 2 candidates are up for a job. On paper, they have the exact same qualifications, same experience. But candidate A walks in with an atmosphere of doubt. They're broadcasting this energy of neediness, a fear of being rejected. The interviewer picks up on that tension and starts to feel hesitant, But then candidate B comes in and they project this atmosphere of calm confidence. They know their own value. They're there to see if it's a good fit for them too. The interviewer feels that certainty and in turn feels confident about hiring them. It's the same resume, but a totally different atmosphere creates a totally different outcome. Or think about a tough conversation you need to have with someone. If you go into it with an atmosphere of blame, right, you're already armed for a fight, you've got your arguments ready, the other person is going to feel that defensive energy immediately, and their walls just go straight up. The conversation is over before it even starts. But what if, before you even say a word, you decide to create an atmosphere of openness, a genuine desire to understand where they're coming from? You completely change the dynamic. It's not a battle anymore. It becomes two people trying to solve a problem together.
And this applies to our personal goals, too. Let's say you want to start going to the gym. If you wrap that whole decision in an atmosphere of dread, oh, I have to do this. This is going to be awful. You're basically framing it as a punishment. And that's just not sustainable. But if you consciously create an atmosphere of energy around it, and you see it as an act of empowerment and self-care, well, the habit becomes something you're actually drawn to, not something you have to force yourself to do. The feeling you attach to the action determines whether it sticks or not.
So, here's the most important part of all of this. You are not a victim of your atmosphere. You are the one creating it. And because you create it, you can change it. To show you exactly how, I want to guide you through a super simple 2-minute practice you can use anytime, anywhere, to consciously hit the reset button on your inner climate. So wherever you are, just go ahead and get comfortable in your chair, let your shoulders relax. You can keep your eyes open if you'd like, but if you feel comfortable, just gently close them. Now take a slow, easy breath in, and just let it go. For just a moment, turn your attention inward. What's the quality of your inner climate right now? Is it feeling rushed, calm, maybe heavy or light, anxious, peaceful? Don't try to change anything, and don't judge it as good or bad. Just gently and kindly notice what's there. Okay, now, I want you to deliberately choose one quality, just one, that you would like to embody right now. Maybe it's calm confidence, maybe it's creative flow, or maybe it's just simply peace. Pick one word that feels right for you in this moment. Now begin to actually feel that quality inside of you. Imagine what that feeling of, say, calm confidence actually feels like in your body. And now just visualize and feel that new atmosphere filling up the space immediately around you, expanding from your center outward, creating a bubble of this new chosen energy. Just sit with that feeling for a moment. Take one more deep breath in, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Excellent. And that's it. It's that simple, a repeatable practice to shift from just reacting to your inner state to actually being the conscious creator of it. So let's quickly recap the most important takeaways from all of this. Here are the 3 big ideas to hold on to. First, your mental atmosphere isn't just a cute metaphor. It's a real, tangible influence that is actively shaping your life and your results every single day. Second, it's not a mystery. It's the direct product of 4 things you can control: your persistent thoughts, your words, your actions, and your core beliefs. And finally, and this is the most important one, you are not stuck. You have the power, at any given moment, to consciously and deliberately change it. And that really brings us to a final, and I think, very empowering thought. It shifts our focus from just passively noticing how we feel to actively creating it. So the real question isn't about diagnosing the atmosphere you have right now, but deciding with intention what atmosphere you will choose to create from this moment forward. Hey, thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. If you found this useful, our next one builds directly on these ideas. We're going to be exploring another one of Holmes's core concepts: how to use your imagination not as just a daydreaming tool, but as a practical tool for creation. And if you want to keep digging into these ideas right now, we've put together the full audio version of Creative Mind and Success and a curated playlist for you on our channel. All the links for that are waiting for you down in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next explainer.